All right, hello and welcome everyone. Baro is back, so let's talk about what he has brought for us today. We have two new items today, one of which being the Prisma companion poster, which is fine. And then we have the primed animal instinct, which is considerably better. This is an upgrade on a mod that is used on every single dog, every single cat, every single sentinel, just every single moa. If you're going to use those for some godforsaken reason, you are going to want to use animal instinct. So having a primed version of that is just purely an upgrade, and it's one you're going to get a ton of use out of. I think having about 20 more loot radar and having an almost doubled enemy radar is really useful, and I'm going to get tons of use out of this. I've already fully leveled this mod personally, and it's going to be on every single one of my companions for the foreseeable future. So definitely a worthwhile investment here, and a good mod to have primed that I didn't really think about if it got primed. So that's kind of neat. Besides that, we have primed heavy trauma. This is only really used on Atlas, and kind of even there, it's a little bit memey because it is extremely expensive to just put it on a stat stick for Atlas. And then besides that, we have all of the other impact mods as well, which of course collision force can be used alongside heavy trauma, so that goes on for more Atlas memes. But otherwise, none of these are very useful. And even with that, you can see that I have a ton of these mods because they'll drop from various other places, pretty much just eidolons. But yeah, probably don't get these for ducats. They're very easy to get elsewhere and are also not very expensive, as they are not very useful. Things that are very useful though are the Maradetron. The Maradetron is absolutely fucking fantastic. This is one of the best secondary weapons in the game by far. And also, if you are a mag player, this is literally your best friend. If you are a mag player, if mag is your favorite Warframe, you have no excuse to not get this weapon. It will literally change your life as a mag player. I guarantee that. So definitely going to want to pick this weapon up, but on a Duke at Heavy Day, you're also going to want to pick up the Prisma Gakata if you don't have it. This will of course work with the new augment, which works pretty well and is pretty fun. And this is also the best primary slots Grakata and Clem Grakata shoot kill. So you probably are going to want this. It's a good crit rifle. Everybody enjoys a Grakata, especially when it's the best one in the primary slot. And then besides that, we have the Twin Grakata Towson skin. It is worth noting that this, buying this skin will give you the Twin Grakata skin and also the single Grakata skin, so it can be used on the Prisma Grakata itself. And then besides that, we don't have anything else that is gameplay related, except kind of technically the Corrupted Bombard Spectre blueprint, which you should never buy under any possible conceivable circumstance. If you have extra ducats to spare, please, for the love of fucking God, buy animal instincts and sell them, because that is a much more worthwhile endeavor. Anyway, that's going to do it for the PC inventory, which is really solid today. And now let's move on over to console and see what they got. Okay, so over here on console today, it is unfortunately not able to match up to the PC inventory, of course, but you guys have the Bronze Kubro bust today, which is a new item for you. And then thankfully, you guys at least have Primed Reach. Primed Reach being obviously a very amazing mod that everyone should have. Besides that, you guys have the dual stat heat mods. Don't buy any of these, just farm them from spy missions. There's absolutely no reason to purchase these from Baro. They're way overpriced and way easy to get in other places. Worst case scenario, buy these with platinum, as they are incredibly cheap, and I'm sure they're not very expensive on console unless people are really grifting some motherfuckers. Besides that, you guys have the Prisma Skana, which is of course a pretty good melee weapon. It's definitely not by any means bad and is the best Skana, so that's nice. Also, of course, this weapon has an augment, which is boosting it up quite a bit if you want to have those nice AoEs and of course healing. And then besides that, we have the Prisma Angstrom, which is not a very good weapon, but does represent some MR. And then besides that, there's not really much else here besides a bunch of cosmetics that are kind of neither here nor there. So that is going to do it for Baro today. Apologies, this video is going to be coming out a little bit later on. The Devstream video will be following this up pretty shortly, so I hope you guys enjoy that when it comes out, and I will see you then.